Moving to oneness. Nourishing curiosity. Embracing differences. Becoming one.
Looking outside of my window, I look at a maple plant or maple tree in my planter. It decided one day to grow. It kept on growing, and in a speed I'm really honored. And it pushed aside some others to take in its spot. And it's changing colors so beautifully each day. But today it has this warmth, this fullness of a red tone with a little green and yellow in it. But there's a fullness that really warms my heart, that energizes me just when I look at it. Do you have such a plant in your home that energizes you, maybe on your balcony or in your garden or indoors? Hello everyone, I'm Meilin Ehlke, your host of the Moving to Oneness podcast. Wow, and that red is similar to the red that was here on September the 7th, the moon eclipse, a full moon as well. One of the longest, and I was lucky I was able to experience it. Maybe you as well. It came up early, it just had risen over the horizon, so the moon was huge. Really huge, and you could feel it. I live on the outskirts of a small town, and as it came over the hill, it spoke. Its presence it was taking in the space, the moon, and filling me and others, because people gathered. We walked outside right away to take it all in. The strength, the harmony and balance that the moon gives us always, but there's something special it had on that evening. Enveloping. Maybe you were able to see it. I live in Europe, so it was 8 o'clock, shortly before 8 o'clock for us. And as it was one of the longest moon eclipses in a while, I really could go into communication with it, walk outside, see it from different spots, and see it rise, right? If they just come up, it seems like it moves up faster. And our whole family went outside, and you could see others moving around, so you could see and feel its whole presence. Here and there, a tree, right, takes the vista away. But it invited me to think about myself, what I'm doing, and am I really showing up as I should in this world? And we've spoken often about this. You have heard me speak about it. And it is really the time now to send out this presence. Maybe not even sending it out, standing there, being there, moving through the sky. For us, it's moving on the earth, saying, here I am, look at me, I'm beautiful. How few of us say that? Look at me, I'm beautiful. Wow. I remember I told a woman once she was beautiful. She couldn't accept it. So are we becoming more and more able to accept our own beauty? My own beauty. Are you able to accept your beauty? And really say it of yourself. Yes, I am. And everything that goes with it. Because then there's a little oomph in your body language, in your stance, the way you walk. And that becomes important, especially about this time, that we live who we are, why we came onto this planet, and try it out here and there a little bit more. And also look what hinders me or what hinders you, what hinders us, maybe also culturally in the big context, to do it even a bit more. So I invite you maybe this fall, and that's a beautiful time to do this, to go inward and outward. Like, we sit a little bit inside Okay, for the northern hemisphere, not so much in the south. You start going out more, but it's a similar there in spring too. And then how do you feel outdoors when you're connected to everyone physically right there? Do you go into connection with the tree? You're like, I'm so happy this little one came into my life because he energizes me, this maple. It supports me and it shows me its presence to be in my space, in this spot where we coexist. Maybe you also have to plant some tree, flower, shrub that you can go in coexistence, that you can speak to. And if not, speak to the moon. Right? He invites you in every phase to communicate with him. We speak often about the sun, right? Because she's so bright and warm. But the moon has something more in depth, a different feeling to it, and especially on the 7th, right? Even after it moved through this beautiful change and showing another side of it hadn't presented in a while. I think the next one is in 26, where it's going to be a little bit more red again, like this. Do you show that too? But again, going back to the moon, the energy afterwards of that full moon was intense. I mean, it was radiating, it was vibrant, sending out information into all of us, into every single being, into a tree, into a cat, into a bird, into an insect, into a worm in the soil. And also, what is important, there was no rain. So it was like orchestrated that we could all experience it and soak it in. It really got me to write afterwards because I was able to sit here, first contemplate for a little bit, an hour or so, and then take out my pen to write and then still watch it. As I said, right, it came over early and then I could see it go up higher and higher, become smaller. But the brilliance never disappeared. And it brought out the glow and vibration in the trees in the middle of the night and in shrubs. That means the same thing happened to me, the same thing happened to you, to your family, to your partner, to your children, right? But what did it bring out in you? And are you still living it? It's been now a couple of days. Yeah? And have you taken that presence and shared it? Like when you go grocery shopping, when you go for a walk in nature, do you radiate out? We were talking about your beauty into it, like your light moves into the light of a plant and goes into conversation or an acknowledgement saying hello. Because in our times, what's happening now, it is so needed that your essence comes out. Many things will be taken over maybe by AI, and people are afraid of it, or not taking over. Will replace many things we do, or facilitate it, or support also, right? If you look at medical sector, there are many things. But one thing that crystallizes out of this is you, your intuition, your spiritual, your connection, your light connection. Yeah, your light is also connected to the computer, right? And the internet. We can influence it with our light and bring the beauty into it. The love, the warmth. Never underestimate what we can dictate when we experience who we are. When you experience who you are, you act different. You handle things different. Again, with a certain presence I use in the moment. I can't find the right word. Stance. Nah, it's not it. But you know what? Demeanor with your facial expressions, right? And the beautiful thing, if you go back now to the moon or the plant, it changed every single moment. Give yourself the the okay to change everything in every second, to fine tune, to finding, to explore what is within you, to bring out what is within you, how to communicate it, observe how others react, how to write it on a piece of paper, how to paint it, how to put it into a soup, into your cooking. How does it taste? How do you taste? And what things do you want to neglect, right? I think what these two things we spoke about also show, it's like it enriches, it gives you feeling. Comes the color of that I use to paint. I have a plant color. There's three reds, and now I have a fourth. They have exactly these tones. So, are you using enough natural products in your life for your shampoo, for your dishes, for your house cleaning, for your clothes, even the dye of our clothes, right? We all listen maybe to Jeff Garner's interview, right? His film is coming out now. How do we want to go into a relationship with the clothing we have on, with the furniture we want to sit on? And that will influence what the outcome is outside. And if there is no synthetics, if there's no poison in our food, in materials, in our water, then we can feel even better. So what are you doing to feel better in your body? Are you maybe changing foods? Are you moving different? Maybe dancing more, yoga, walking more, running? I don't know, there's so many sports. Golf. Maybe you love surfing in the ocean. Whatever, skiing, whatever it is, do that a little bit more. First of all, then you're also outside. If you can't, open the window, let it all come in. And maybe at night when the moon shines. So change as the moon phases change. Try things out, leave them away, show more of yourself, leave other things you don't want to show anymore, talk about, or do anymore. Let them do less and less and less of them as you do more of other things. So if I can send you now all these beautiful red tones of warmth, of encumbrance, of fertility, of calmness, there's really a fullness in that color. Breathe it in. Feel it expand in your body and how it goes into with your blood. Oh, it goes into contact with your blood, your heart, your liver, your organs. Oh, your brain. There's a warm, gentle pulse expanding whatever it touches within your body. You're expanding. You're creating a pulse that is more your pulse. Your particles are moving more and more in the vibration they desire, in their own rhythm. So you are able to be more of who you are, living your own rhythm, your vibration, and sharing it with others, going in connection with others, having fun with it. So many new things appear now for you. I can feel it. Oh God, have fun. Be who you are. I'm Meilin, your host of the Moving to Oneness podcast. Stay in that vibration. Stay where you are right now and feel that red tone and send it out. And as you go out into nature now, look for those red maple leaves. If you live like in Canada in the north, you'll have so many. Wow. And feel touched by them. And maybe the next full moon, October the 7th, connect with it and say thank you and ask it. What is new to be done? So, and Write it down for yourself and connect with everyone else that love the moon. Bye bye.